Gather ye friends round your flickering campfires and listen to tales of daring, horror, and lofty dreams of an independent Wales.
Let's hear it for all the marine mammals out there doing it for themselves.
Yeah, we holler for the humpbacks.
Right on, right Wales.
No,
Yeah, give Krill a chance.
not those whales. I am talking about the Brythonic badass himself, King Gruffydd ap Llewellyn, and you all keep being silly.
Well, that's because this is...
The Silly History Boys Show!
And we shall now dispense with the feeble Ceterian puns and get on with the final instalment of the man who was the last, and indeed only, King of Wales.
But where to begin? A battle? An ambush at some godforsaken mountain pass?
No! The theatre!
Oh. Sorry. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon, the Welsh aristocracy. Sorry. I beg your pardon.
Ah, Chris! Just in time.
Boss, these prices are scandalous. £5 for a lava bread magnum.
That's high culture for you, Chris.
A tenner for a big hat made of cheese on toast. Can I get this on the company card?
Stop being so tight. Yorkshire's not even been invented yet. Just now, it's starting. And now, the National Community Theatre of Gwynedd.
Howis, I'm Den Weber.
Can't
believe the Arts Council of early medieval Wales. We present the life of our king. Act 1, Scene 1, and Blackout.
I am Griff. I'm a prince, but I lack gumption.
Hello, I am a stew.
Oh, I'd love a bowl of stew.
Then take a scoop out of my head, my boy.
OMG. That bit of fat in the stew has inspired me to become king of all Wales.
Well, it takes a lot of ingredients to make a king, you know.
What does it take?
Well, I'll tell you through song.
Oh, no.
Well, Chris, what do you think?
You remember all the terrible battles we've been in, boss?
Yeah?
Where countless friends died. Horribly.
I mean, it was played for laughs, like, but if you think about it.
Yeah. I'd rather be trapped at the bottom of a melee with dead Normans dribbling in my ear.
Call off your dog, Chris. We are merely here to demonstrate how the security that I have brought to this country has allowed a flourishing art scene to develop.
Couldn't we do that with narration?
Under my reign, the bardic traditions of Wales have thrived. The legends that make up the Mabinogion and other tales that will go on to form the basis of European fantasy literature for the next 1,000 years were written probably during this period. Monasteries and churches are being founded left, right and centre, which proves that we are safe from the ravages of the Vikings, unlike some of our neighbours. Shush! Oh dear, excuse me a moment, Chris. Get in.
All right, Bet.
Blunt their horns, will you?
Right, old boss. Come on, you lot. It's time for a ponty dirt nap.
You don't think, though, boss, that, given half the chance, all the petty kings of the Welsh would drop you like a hot poo in favour of themselves?
Well, they might do, except that they won't get the chance. 'Cause I got a master plan, see? Walk with me to the theatre bar. I fancy some overpriced crap.
Top of the casual racism, too, ya.
Ah, Irish Vikings!
Glory to Mercia!
Oh, Mercians! Get behind me, boss, before you get Lincolned!
But hey, Mrs. Lincoln, what did you think of the play? Hang on, how do I know that reference?
You got any bat flavoured choc ices? I've not eaten anything since I left Mercia.
Naturally, Earl Elfgar. Catering have been gluing wings to everything in anticipation.
Herring KFC, please.
But these are all the traditional enemies of Wales, boss. We may as well invite Clive Woodward and Thatcher while we're here.
Look, I'm not happy about it. You lot killed my uncle, who sounded a lot like me, actually.
And yous killed my da, who, on reflection, also sounded a lot like me.
Our narrow but talented voice cast notwithstanding, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And this alliance will bring prosperity to all.
Aye, as long as I can nail that prosperity to Harold Godwinson's face.
While I go through his pockets.
What is going on?
All right, fine, let's get some narration in here before the army marches. Before it marches east to destiny.
Right then, come on in from that cold opening, listener. Let's have a nice cup of steaming hot narration.
Oh, thank you. I've been written so confused.
In our last episode, well, it wasn't our last episode, but the last episode about this, King Griff defeated the Norman soldiers guarding the border of Hereford and Wales at the Battle of Leominster.
Which, it turned out, was actually pronounced Lempster. Who knew?
Yes, Griff was able to get the jump on the Normans because most of them were on the other side of Britain, waiting for the Godwin family to invade England.
And did they?
Well.
Wipe yourself off, listener. I'm back. Earl Godwin from episode 78 of the Silly History Boy Show. Our lame exile is at an end. And now we will take back the country that we rightfully stole through sneakiness, murder, and mass nepotism. Norman slug King Edward rules England in name, but me and my sons have the real power now. My sons, Harold, Tostig, Girth, Llewellyn, Wulfnoth, another Alfgar. I mean, some nights I just wanted to read a book. Mrs. Godwin, wow.
Awesome, Daddy-o!
Oh, little Svein, my good boy. Daddy's sweet little piglet. Your lands are not returned.
Dude, what have I done to deserve this totally lame behavior?
You kidnapped me, you little bin splash.
I swear if I have to have this conversation again. Svein, baby. Stealing nuns is wrong. So you're out of the family.
Oh!
Ha ha! I'm going to Vegas with the payout! Later, Godbins.
Godwin's cost pretty good. Hope it doesn't stick. Right, we need a new head of the family.
Daddy! I have the ear of the king and I'm wearing down his self-worth by being annoying.
Ah, Edith. Daddy's little yeast infection. Your work grinding down the king is too valuable for you to do more and...
Sounds like you need a real English hero.
Yes! Or a charismatic, self-serving hothead with a talent for soldiery but the foresight of a goldfish.
Yes, it sounds like you need a real English hero.
What did I just say? Never mind. Harold, my second choice boy! It falls to you to stand at my side while we Godwins rule Anglo-Saxon England till it loves us.
Like I say, Dad, I, Harold Godwinson, am a genuine English hero. I won't let you down.
I know you won't, because as long as I'm alive, everyone does what I say, especially the king. Now, I'll just eat this piece of bread. Nom 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 nom. Gluteny. No, wait. Episode 78. This is how I die. I just gave myself a head rush. Why is my nose bleeding?
Well, I guess that makes me the most powerful man in England. Hooray for sweet Harry G! That's me, by the way.
Was that in episode 78?
It was, yes. And upon returning, the Godwins started burrowing into England like James Corden into America and putting themselves in as many positions of power as they could. Oh, howay, pet! I, Earl Seward of Northumbria, who was also in episode 78, like...
Enough of that now.
I'm now dying in that.
Howay, our dad. Don't worry. Aye, your son, young Seward, will take over the family business of owning Northumbria I will ensure our ancestors put the silly history boys on permanent retainer and get a free go on the brooms at Alnwick.
You're a good lad, young Seward.
Ah, no! PG, I can't see!
What?
I just remembered. I'm dead.
Double what?
I got killed by King Macbeth of Scotland.
Oh, what, him from the play?
Aye, him. So I can't be Earl.
Oh, no. Oh, who will be then? Because I'm about to... Well, I'm dead. I'm about to...
Oh, I'm dead too. Are we a pet?
Oh, ahway, and no, and that. Who will now be Earl of Northumbria now? Will that do?
Hello, everyone. It is I, Toswig Godwinson, and I shall now be Earl of Northumbria. But fear not, I've brought a big bag of everyone's favourites, black and white crayons. Hook in your Geordie barcodes, every people. Let's raise taxes.
Oh no, this chore is a moron. Away!
And this happened as well.
Oh, my son!
Glory to Mercia, Earl Leofric.
Give it a rest, you pillock. Can't you say I'm gravely ill?
Oh dear, shall I nip to the bullring for lemsips?
Oh, it's too late for Lemsip, it is. I'm dying.
What about Max Strength Lemsip?
We don't get sponsored by Lemsip, you know. Bring me my son and heir, Elfgar.
Glory to Mercia! All right, Dad, I was ferreting in the wardrobe for your will.
My son, who, now I come to think of it, sounds remarkably like me brother. When I die, I'm going to have a word with your uncle, you know.
I'll not hear a word against Uncle Edwin, as he was always round when you were out, and he'd always leave quietly through the toilet window as not to...
Enough! Elfgar, my son, you are now Earl of Mercia.
Earl of Mercia at last. This calls for a celebration. I need to find a record executive to wee on.
Did someone call for an English hero?
Did you say heroin?
I said hero, you bum. I am Harold Godwinson, Earl of Wessex, an all-round swell guy. Now listen here, Elfgar.
What's going on, cock?
I accuse you of crimes. Unspecified, unrecorded crimes.
Sorry about the bat. I thought it was a vegan sausage roll.
Bat? No, it's more to do with my family taking over England. Elfgar of Mercia, you are banished.
So, as you can see, Chris, all our disparate ambitions align quite nicely.
No.
I'll spell it out for you then. Earl Elfgar's lands have been stolen. I will help him get them back.
Oh, thanks very much, cock. It's all very kind of you.
That's all very touching, but maybe it might be easier for me and the lads to stay here and nick all your stuff while you're away helping the God Scarecrow here.
Behold the wealth of my kingdom, Viking, rain and spearheads. This country's wealth is not measured in coin.
Don't do yourselves down. You Welsh make excellent slaves.
Thank you very much, you're very kind. But what if I could offer you a murder and stealing trip across 2 rich counties with a fat cathedral and a proper dust-up at the end of it?
I'd say top of the casual racism to ya.
Right, fine. So, the shuffling Goth gets his lands back, the Viking murder Celts get loot. What do we get out of it?
You'll find out, Chris, on the road east, on the road to destiny.
Drums boomed in the mountains, horns echoed in the valleys, and all Wales was emptied.
Welsh spearmen marched alongside Mercian housecarls and the dread Norse axes of Ireland.
About 3,500 warriors, which for the early medieval period was massive.
They travelled by ship along the coast of southwest Wales and headed east to the Wye. Headed east to the Wye. to the Wye.
Don't look at me, I don't do narration.
It's me, but I'm not doing it.
Say it.
But it's dreadful and I sound stupid.
Say it.
Fine. Headed to the Y? Why would they be heading there?
Silly Uncle Bilbo, he means the River Wye.
Bilbo, don't you know anything about the river that flows down from the mountains of mid-Wales east into England, then bends round to flow out into the Severn Estuary? Just leave me alone. Silly Bilbo.
Maybe we've gone too far this time.
Or maybe someone should be in the sensitive history boys instead. I can hear you.
Come back, Bilbo, you'll miss all the fighting.
I don't care. Well, fine then. The Great Fleet enters the River Wye at the Kingdom of Gwent, the only kingdom of the Welsh not ruled by King Griff, not far from modern Newport.
All right, lads, it is I, your king, Gruffydd Faraji.
Oh, we know it's at King Clark.
Safe in it, blood. I have gathered you all here today to quell the rumours that the Kingdom of Gwent will be swept aside by the invading forces of that northern mutt, King Griff. The other one, obviously. Yeah, so don't worry, man. Our Norman allies in Hereford will support us if we are invaded. Didn't he get whacked by Griff in the last episode? Yeah, they did, but we know the King Griff does not have an army big enough to defeat us. What about if he combines the armies of Gwynedd, Powers and Haybath and then allies himself with a disgraced English earl and the slavering horde of Irish Vikings? Well, that would be a handful, but it's not very likely, is it?
Surprise, feckles!
Shannon! Gruffydd Faraji! Your time is come! You must get carving a headstone! Quite a long headstone!
A very, very long one.
Oh, cackle like. Unify Wales, boys!
The chronicles are pretty sparse about precisely what happened when King Griff's allied army descended upon Gwent.
But we can say that a tide of swords and spears and axes swept in and washed King Gruffydd Faraji off the throne of Gwent, and at long last, Gruffydd ap Llewellyn was king of a unified Wales.
Great news! Can we stop now?
No.
Gwent was in the bag. That was safe, but the army of outlandish accents was not finished.
The Welsh, the Mercians, and the Irish Vikings took aim at the big fat prize on the banks of the River Wye, the cathedral city of Hereford.
And its garrison of disagreeable Normans.
Good morning, downtrodden Saxons. Ahem.
Good morning, Norman oppressor.
That wasn't so hard, was it? Now then, as your friend and tyrannical overlord, we are going to turn you grubby Saxons into sophisticated Normans.
Yeah, Gov. I might be noshing on strange here, but ain't you Normans just dirty Vikings on horses?
A good question there. Thanks. And shut up. Norman Gary, explain.
All right, yeah. Hang on. Though Normandy was indeed founded by Vikings invading northwest France,
As covered in episode 90 of the Silly History Boys show, Rollo, is it me you're Viking for?
thank you, my lord. By the year 1055, the Northmen had fully embraced Christianity and the French language and system of government, making their connections with their Viking ancestry very distant, and the view that Normans are Vikings is almost certainly maintained by English history geeks who don't like the idea of being conquered by the French, but don't mind being conquered by the Vikings.
You finished?
Yes, thank you.
Conquered by the French? Get out of my pub.
Silence! Norman Bez, oppress 'em.
Ain't feudal service damage, old Saxon biffs!
Nice one, Bez. Now then, if you oinky Saxons are going to work for us, you will all have to learn to ride.
We can ride horses, Gov, we just don't fight on them. That's for Norman Wendy's.
Enough! The next Saxon to flap his jaw gets his culture annihilated. Now then, on my command, you will mount your horses. All right, ready? Mount. Go on. Up there. No. Not quite, mate. Wrong end. Seeing you Saxons get on a horse is as painful as watching Darwin Núñez do a step over. Get your crotch out of his face, you Saxon melt. Jesus, eh? Can't you six-thumbed, web-eyed window idiots do anything? Get on the horse, you idiot! Oh, for the love of... Oh, my God! Sweet magic, look at the state of that! Oh, my word! It's like a 3 a.m. dance-off at Oceana! Oh, I am definitely looking back in anger, seeing you lot right behind me.
My lord, yeah, what are you doing to them horses? Reminds me I must delete my internet history. Oh, yeah. My lord, an army marches upon us!
So those Godwin quilts finally got the stones.
No, my lord, 'tis a great host rowing up River Wye out of Wales.
Why? That's a bit friendly bit of Wales.
Well, what it is, see, is the head of the border has quite a lot of Welsh speakers on it. Even in present day, there are many places in Herefordshire that are Welsh in origin.
Shut up! Gather the army. We shall meet the leek fanciers in the Norman way. On horse, with stabby stuff. Mad for it!
The Norman garrison of Hereford and their Saxon servants rode out to meet the enemy.
Who were advancing and about to celebrate a special milestone.
Well. Sisnags on Sisnags. Let's hope they fight as bad as they ride. Pick up your feet, boys! Britain, Saxon or Dane, that shower of Hereford down there owes you.
All right, boss, the lads are all in position, and I gotta say it's a real positive atmosphere. Everyone is very keen to get fighting, and more importantly, stealing.
The Vikings and the Mercians and all, boss. Everyone's got a shopping list taped to his shield.
As they should be, lads. But let me remind you that there's hard fighting ahead. These Normans are meant to be pretty handy, and let's not forget the hidings that the other lot gave our forefathers.
Don't worry, boss, we've been here riling them up, showing them pictures of Monty Don.
Monty Don, the affable TV gardener? He's from Hereford now, is he? I hate Monty Don. I don't.
Me and all! Not really, it seems nice, I just wanted to fit in. Also, boss, we got you this.
Boys, I'm very touched, but we are invading England. This is quite a big deal, you know, can it not be? Is this a celebratory tea towel with all my amphibians' faces, all hand-drawn in smudged biro, with Read across October 24th, 1035 penned on it?
Happy anniversary, boss. It's 20 years since the battle in episode 97.
Oh, Chris, you shouldn't have. But today, our gallant band of old friends and old enemies shall taste victory. To battle!
I'm pulling on its lever, but nothing's coming out.
Oh, hurry up, you bobbins!
Are you sure these Charlies can fight on horses, our my lord? They ride like they're on buttered space hoppers.
Jumps will beat jumps, our kid. And everyone on this rainy island is a jump compared to us Normans. The plain of Hereford is perfect for a proper Norman cavalry charge.
Yeah, but have we actually got enough Normans for a Norman cavalry charge?
Thanks for your feedback. Now shut up and do as I say. Right, we take down their king. He's in charge of these wallies, and if we can drop him, then the others will split. Now, where is he?
Does he wear a big crown and hang out under a massive banner with a big red dragon on it?
Well, there's nothing in any of the sources from the time that says he did, but hey, those mugs aren't wearing mail. That's right, listener, I said mail, not chain mail, because I'm a...
My lord, in their light armour there'll be no match for us.
Lance up! We go straight at them, like Fergie in Europe. Nothing can go wrong.
You know the drill by now, listener.
The Norman knights rumble forward, mail shining in the winter sun.
Heavy horses snort, and the ground shakes as the Normans
Unhorsey! No, not their way!
and their game Saxon allies close ominously.
Here they come, boss.
Don't fuss, Chris. You sound like you've trapped yourself putting your armour on.
Sorry, boss, but the prospect of big lads in armour on big horses coming out.
Our lightly armed soldiers have only cheap spears and shields.
Yeah.
Let me tell you all about early medieval warfare in Britain, Chris.
Please, boss, you're going full Phantom Menace. People will switch off, and we might also die.
Nonsense now. The Welsh warrior at this time is said to be lightly equipped, little to no armour, and best suited to ambushing his more heavily armed enemies on his own turf.
Boss!
Meeting heavy cavalry on flat open ground is close to tactical suicide for most Welsh commanders of the period. Except
Oh, shut up, you boring twit, and get behind me!
that I'm not most Welsh commanders. Infiniads! Spears!
At their king's voice, the line of warriors clenches like a fist.
The heavy shields slam closed like a fridge in diet season.
Spears sprout upwards and outwards in a death metal hedgehog.
And the Normans are riding in a wall, a pointy wall.
Across the Allied line, feet stamp as Mercian Huskarls prepare to hold their ground.
We
are about to
salute you! The axemen in the Irish line take position behind the wall of Dublin Oak.
Down with this sort of thing!
Careful! The knights kick up to a flat gallop, and at last the Norman horse hits King Griff's shield wall at maximum...
Teeth grit, underpants change colour, and for some reason everyone cries, "Hold!
Oh!
Shut up!"
Norman lances bite and then slip away as the panicked horses turn.
The sharp spears and solid shields are too much even for trained war horses. Instead, they ride along the wall's face.
Turning their riders into sitting ducks.
For spears,
Axes!
Shot!
and swords, axes, and spears.
The Norman war machine comes apart like a cake in a jet wash.
Gruffydd ap Llewellyn, false king and hard to say. Face me in single combat, you coward.
I don't think so, but you're 20 years younger than me. I'll probably just stay by here at the back and wait for my army to beat yours. Try not to drown in the river while you run away. I'd love to do this again sometime.
Bez, call the Saxons forward, quick.
Are they facing the right way? Oh, never mind, it's above my pay grade. Saxons, go!
Stupid Norman!
The Saxon horsemen rush forward in a real school nativity of a cavalry charge.
They are no match for Welsh spears, Mercian swords, and Irish axes.
Quick, Bez, run away while they're killing the Saxons. Romans, leg it!
That's right, run, you little tinned castle perverts! And you Saxon dogs, that's for Catcliffe! Forward, boys, for victory, for Wales, and for me!
The Battle of Hereford was a great victory. The army of outrageous accents. In the aftermath, Alfgar of Mercia received his lands back.
Shut up!
The Irish Vikings broke into Hereford Cathedral and made off with all the nice church stuff.
Grand stuff! All these nice pictures of God and his mate to make a killing on eBay.
And King Griff, of course, got the muscle that he needed to topple his Welsh rivals. But he now also has the English king, King Edward, between a rock and a hard place.
In the mid-11th century, the Kingdom of England was that dangerous combination of super wealthy and, thanks to the bickering rivalries of the Godwins and the king, very vulnerable.
Thirsty armies of Normans, Vikings, and grinning Celtic peoples were forming a queue.
And at the head of said queue was, of course, King Griff, who had arranged to meet with the English King Edward for negotiations on the banks of the River Severn, not far, in fact, from where the modern Severn Bridge is. The bridge into Wales, that is.
I think you'll find the bridge goes into England.
Shush.
Hello, listener, it's me, King Edward the Confessor. They call me the Confessor much later, so King Ed will do, thank you. I tell you this, being king is a pain in the bum. Sometimes a bloke just wants to sit in his PJs and eat biscuits. It's around this time that my health begins to decline, apparently, so there you go. Right, where are those naughty Celts, then?
On the other side of the river, your kingness.
Well, what are they doing there?
We're being awkward. If you want to negotiate, then you'll have to come to this side.
So you can murder me up? Yeah, you lie out, wouldn't you? Listen, England's bigger than Wales, so you lot had better come to this side.
Well, actually, our ancestors were here on this island before yours. We took it off a load of giants before the Romans turned up, see?
What? Giants? What are they on over there, lackey?
I believe they're referring to the Celtic tale that the Britons/Welsh won these islands off a race of giants thousands of years ago.
You are kidding me.
We're not. Our king claims greater legitimacy than you Normans, so you have to come over here.
For flip's sake. Fine. Lackey, get the boat. If I get murdered, then at least I might get 5 minutes to myself.
And so one of England's most misunderstood and put upon kings was rowed to Wales.
We can only imagine it, listener. The jeering, the booing, the throwing stuff at the boat, just like when their rugby team arrives in Cardiff.
Bob, please maintain some level of scholarly professionalism.
Sick your chariot, up your stop. Sorry.
But as the royal barge approached the shore, a figure appeared in the bank.
Borada, good king, with your humbleness, you have shamed my arrogant spirit.
What? I mean, Tar. You've changed your tune.
Oh, well, you know, you gotta be fair in it. England's bigger than Wales, and so I will gladly pay homage to your majesty.
Ah, okay. Look at that, listener. Things are actually going all right for me for a change.
Climb upon my shoulders, and I will carry you through the water to safety.
Oh, you want to give me a baccy?
Your Majesty, this is indeed a humiliating climb down for those naughty Welsh. Their king carrying you on his back demonstrates your power.
Oh, most certainly, even though I'm wearing all the gold that I stole from Hereford.
Fine. Come here, then. Now, who's best to do this? Now, if I step up, or do you bend down? And, hey, hang on, careful.
If you step up, sire, and you, Welsh, sire, if you grab the leg, no, not that one.
Yes, hang on, but on the shoulders, but be careful now, not the other way round. Right. Don't hold on to my hair.
Eventually, the King of England got on the King of Wales' shoulders, and they waded towards the shore.
Surprisingly decent of you, lad.
Oh, no problem, you know. Kings gotta sit together like.
You know, I wish there were more like you. Everyone hates me, you know. The Godwins hate me, the Mercians, the Scots, the blimmin' Vikings. It's good to finally have a pal.
Oh, no bother at all, but unless you hand over all that nice land by Hereford, then I'll accidentally drop you in this river.
Hey, but you said you'd swear loyalty to me.
And I will. But if you don't recognise my rule over all Wales and hand over all that scrummy borderland, then I will raid England like it's going out of fashion. And you really don't need more problems, do you?
I bloomin' hate being king.
I quite like it, actually.
And so poor Edward the Confessor got an awkward, damp piggyback and handed over some land.
It was a triumph like no Welsh ruler before or since had ever achieved, and it ushered in the golden age of...
This is going to come back and bite him, isn't it?
Oh, it's going to bite him so hard. This time, the King of Wales had gone too far. Look away, Welsh people, because this is where it starts to go wrong.
Meanwhile, in the sinister fortress of Edward the Confessor.
Bah! Lackeys! My mind is troubled. Bring me Mrs. Nibbles.
The royal pussycat, sir. Perhaps the soft purr and fur will ease your troubles.
Yeah, maybe. Where's my nephew?
Uncle, before you get cross, may I remind you that Mum can still get you in a headlock. Ow!
You bum. You were meant to secure my rule, not let me enemies steal bits of England.
Don't shout at me!
Do you know the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle are calling you Ralph the Timid?
Gutter press, Uncle. They set the venerable Bede up with that hot tub sting.
Ralph the Timid? Ha ha! You got off easy. Most people I know call you Ralph the
It's your fault, Godwinson. You got the Mercians to shack up with the Welsh.
Yes, well, don't worry. My men have begun finishing your castle at Hereford.
But that's my castle.
It was. Now go away quickly before I hoof you out of here like the cat.
Oh!
Ralph the Timid, indeed. Now then, Harold Godwinson, I hate your family and you hate mine. How can we make this work?
Easy, Your Majesty. I need a hassle-free murder, an army, and a box of crayons.
Is it my birthday?
It certainly is, Brother Tostig. In fact, it's gonna be a Godwin all round.
Sharon!
Glory to mercy, Your Earlness. It's so lovely to have you back in charge of the ancient kingdom of the Midlands.
Yeah, all right. Now listen, where did my brother Llewellyn keep the good biscuits?
Well, my lord, either in a triple-locked box on the highest shelf in the basement kitchen on the other side of the palace, or in that shadowy corner of the hall there, in that little spot over there where there's just no witnesses.
Oh, all right. You go to the kitchens and I'll just check this shadowy corner. Just a small matter of getting up, shuffling over there to this very shadowy corner. I might actually have a sly poo. Oh.
Please don't. I don't want to get poo on my very black assassin outfit.
Oh, great. I suppose you want me to sign your Sabbath bootlegs.
Oh, darn, I clean forgot my Iron Man first pressing. Oh well, never mind. Gustav!
Oh, Sharon! Oh!
Now jumps out of window onto bale of hay.
In December 1062, just before Christmas, Alfgar of Mercia died in rather vague and convenient circumstances. King Griff's most important ally was now gone.
But the peace negotiated after Hereford was still in place, and more importantly, so were the mountains.
But as the first snow began to fall, the skies of King Griff's Wales grew heavy, with chickens coming home to roost.
Forward for Godwin, for Wessex, and for England!
And crayons, you...
Shut up!
Meanwhile, on the Anglesey, at the fortress of King Griff, Christmas preparations continue.
Right, there we are then. Stockings are up, turkey defrosting in the bath, and a bit of lubrication for midnight mass.
Boss, Is it me, or is there an unusual amount of noisy carol singers out there this year?
Don't be daft, Chris. We are at the very heart of my Pan-Taff empire, guarded by my trusted Infidion's, and the great fleet that once scattered the Vikings is here at anchor. I'll open the window and...
Oh, our ships are very on fire, boss.
The fleet! My lovely fleet! Cool! How has this happened? Damn it, carol singers as well! Curse our bardic traditions! They best not have a skull on a pole that wants in riddles.
God rest ye, taffy gentlemen. I, Harold Godwinson, bring special Christmas coal for the naughty King of Wales.
Godwin, you Grinch! There's a treat here, you know, you cheat!
I don't care. Christmas is wrapped for you, King Griff.
Well, we'll see about that, pal. I am Wales's greatest king, and if you think I'll let you walk in here and tactically fox me, then you've got another thing coming. Look over there!
What is it? I'll just turn my head right now and have a look. And turning.
Get out the window now!
You can run, Griff, but you can't hide.
Watch me, you Saxon germ! I hope you like rain and ambushes!
Christmas 1062 was a real Lynx Africa gift set for the last King of Wales.
The Godwin brothers were in behind the mountains, striking at the heart of Griff's realm.
But still the brave kings Infidion's fought on.
And for every victory the Godwin brothers chalked up against them, they put up stones and crosses that bore the phrase, Harold won here.
The fighting continued from the winter into the spring of 1063, and though it isn't very well documented, we can be sure that many a longbow twanged and many a shivering Saxon was buried far from home in the thin soil of the eerie Farya and...
Well, we can't actually be sure of that, but unfortunately, this did happen.
1, 2, 1, 2, toast, toast! Is this thing on?
No, it's the 11th century.
Oh, yes, of course. I'd best speak up then. People of Wales, is it not time for a change of management?
Get stiffed, Saxon! When Arthur comes back, you'll be in the sea!
Now look, there's no need for xenophobia and childish name-calling, you stupid taff. It might be the Dark Ages, but it's not Twitter, is it? I ask you, people of Wales, where is your king?
We don't know, actually. We haven't seen it for ages.
I'll tell you where. He's hiding in Snowdonia while my men set fire to all your stuff. That's pretty shoddy kinging in my book.
Come here, reviewing. Oh, he's got a point there.
You didn't used to have one king. Wouldn't you rather have all your little kings back? I mean, I've got them here in this hold-all.
Oh, hello there. You might know me as a member of the Welsh aristocracy. How would you like to have me back as king again? I promise I'll speak like this. You can't understand what I'm saying, can you?
Well, I'll tell you what. While you decide, why don't I just set about killing every firstborn son in Wales? That ought to speed things up.
Oh, well, can't you kill all our middle children? They're generally more annoying.
No, sorry, it's got to be the firstborn, so I'll set you back a generation. Come on, line them up, line them up.
So we're playing biblical-style massacres for laughs now?
Well, Harold was a history guy, which, as we all know, basically makes him awful.
And it was actually a pretty standard 11th century way of showing that if your king couldn't protect you, then he didn't deserve to be king.
And it worked. The Welsh people could clearly see the writing on the wall and welcomed back many of their former leaders who were also firmly in the deep pockets of the Godwins.
The unified Wales divided itself once again, right in time for the Norman conquest 3 years later.
This has unravelled very quickly.
And, well, there's only one final thread to snip. The King of Killer Wales himself.
Ah, my loyal Infidion's! What news from our country?
Worse than the rugby team, boss.
Jesus, it can't be that bad, surely.
Oh, I'm afraid it is, boss. Godwin brought all the old management back with him.
And everyone went over to them to save their skin and for, stuff.
Stuff, is it? What kind of stuff?
Are you okay, boss? You look like an Everton manager.
Well, I've been living on a hedge on New Farya for the last 3 months, and there's no cafe or steam railway or visitor centre, and Led Zeppelin wouldn't even lend me sugar for a cup of tea. Even still, men, there is hope yet. The Godwins can't stay here forever, not with all their rivals back home. And if I can't sort out the pot plants that they've left in charge of Wales, then my name isn't King Gruffydd ap Llewellyn. And as long as I have my loyal idiots by my side, we will prevail again. Infidians, I'm briefing. Was that clinking now? Is it laundry day or what?
Yeah.
Never mind. This mountain holiday is getting a bit old. We must head to the coast. There are always nutters with axes in Ireland to hire. Follow me.
The king sets off over the mountain.
He is past 50 years old now, and though his limbs creak as he climbs, he outstrips his men.
The sound of clinking coins as loud as the breeze that blows from the far coast.
The king reaches the summit. Below him are the mountains and valleys of his life's work. Right, let's get his head in the poster, Godwinson.
And so ends the seldom told tale of the last king of Wales.
Well, who saw that ending coming, eh? Anyone?
Oh, poor Uncle Bob. Imagine how actual Welsh people feel.
So his mates cut off his head and sent it to Harold Godwinson.
Yes, it's not an especially glorious ending, really.
It's not, is it? Hey, imagine if he'd lived. Surely a united Wales would have been rolled over by the Normans years later. I might even have heard of him.
Who knows, sweet Tomboy? Would a unified Wales have supported their Mercian allies against the Normans in 1066? Would a united Wales have fallen more quickly and not scrapped like the Pontypool front row for 200 years? It is literally impossible to tell what is even the point in thinking about it. And the reason that most people haven't heard of Gruffydd ap Llewellyn is that the descendants of those who followed him were not super proud of what they had done to their king.
And presumably didn't do a great job after him either.
I have no doubt that their direct descendants are in charge of the Welsh Rugby Union even as we speak.
I assume that is also bad?
Oh my, yes. Mind you, if you think about it, in conquering Wales, he probably caused a great deal more suffering than even the Godwins did. And as fun as history is, it is certainly not simple. And you just can't look at 11th century Wales with the same eyes as we look at 21st century Wales.
That's very mature. Are you sure you don't want to put on Land of My Fathers and go on an unhinged rant about the people who betrayed the historical figure you cast yourself as?
If you would indulge me, it would mean a great deal.
Go nuts, Uncle Bob, even though you deleted my first take of all of these lines.
Diolch, boys.
You fools! You self-serving...
And with much wailing, this tale from Wales comes to a close.
With the gentle reminder, listener, that nationalism is all fun and games until someone loses a referendum.
But that's all too serious for us. After all, this is...
Silly History Boys Show!
And for all the betrayal, boyos, and Welsh aristocracy,
we are...
As always...
Sorry!
Sorry.
Exit the Dragon, or episode 105 of the Silly History Boys show, was written and produced by the Silly History Boys. The unhinged Hebero-Norse Vikings, all probably with big axes, were given voice by Ashlyn Line of Ashling Lashing Rain voiceover. Thanks, Ash. Lashing Rain voiceover for all your voiceover needs. The parts of Earl Alfgar, disgraced Earl of Mercia, a Cockney Saxon, a very Geordie man. Well, that was young Seward, actually, from Macbeth, Earl to the Duchy of Northumberland and Corpse. And King Eddie, or Edward the Confessor to you and me. Watch out for him in the 1066 episodes and in episode 78. Some heroic Welsh soldiers and almost certainly some horrible Normans were all ably performed by Thomas ap Fermor, Tom Fermor. The parts of Svein, disgraced Earl of Hereford, surfs up problematic history figures. Harold G, or Harold Godwin, a charismatic, self-serving hothead with a talent for soldiery, but the foresight of a goldfish, a real English cult. Was that say cult? Yes. A real English cult hero. Geordie Stew, Earl Leofric the Brummie, Earl of Mercia. Normans, Saxons and Brummies were all, what a lot of voices, were all banged out this week by Stew ap the Pear Bear Perry. Ringing out all 8% of that Bryphonic heritage. Chris, a mercenary who is, you wouldn't think was 40, a snobby Welsh aristocracy. Oh, it's good to see the Welsh aristocracy back. Godwin, the singularly awful star of episode 78 of the Silly History Boys. More Cockney Muggy Saxons, some excellent Brummies. I thought he couldn't do Brummie, he can. Ralph Mont, the Manc Norman bully and jerk, and Bilbo the Welsh toff. So he had two Welsh aristocracy parts, according to my notes here, were all performed with great elan by William ap Tristram ap 8%. Uncle Bilbo, thanks. The role of generic nice posh lady, which he hates doing, so thank you, the Prioress of Leominster. Ah, the Prioress of Leominster. I've done it again. I'm leaving it in. The Prioress of Leominster. It says Leominster. And Edith Godwin, Queen of England, and Daddy's Little Scorpion were all wonderfully performed by Gemma Velma von Bob. Thank you very much, maternity wife. Oh, who's left? Oh, I'm so humble. Silky-voiced murder assassin, Rhys Achredoch, King of Gwent, Goldie-looking King of Gwent. Tostig, a crayon-eating cretin. Jerry, or Earl Seward of Northumberland, from Macbeth, or Northumbria. And muggy little Saxons, you mug. And, of course, Gruffydd ap Llewellyn, the last King of Wales, were all voiced by me. Oh, dear, Uncle Bob. I think I've been very restrained. 105 episodes, and this is the first proper Welsh Odyssey we've been on. Fishcard doesn't count. War of the Roses 5 doesn't count. I've been very, very, very restrained. Zips, zaps, poppities, and pings were all provided by the very nice people at zapsplat.com, where you can get many free sound effects and royalty-free music that we use in the show. We also had a big flurry of bards on this Celtic episode. We had the bard Scott Buckley of New South Wales, Australia. Well, maybe New South Wales. He's definitely in Australia some way. Thanks, Scott. We've also had the music of Danny Bradley, of Daniel Bradley Music, currently supporting Fairport Convention on tour. Oh, and Storyforge as well. But Fairport Convention, but Storyforge. That's pretty good. Danny Bradley Music. Thanks, Dan. Enjoy him while you can, listener, before he becomes the next Bob Dylan. If you have enjoyed this particularly silly episode of the Silly History Boys Show, why not check us out on social media? We're all over the Facebook and the Instagram at Silly History Boys Show. We're having a photo shoot soon. We're going to get a website. And if you would like to write in with any suggestions to the show, it's sillyhistoryboys@gmail.com, or drop us a message on Facebook or Instagram, which is what Lillian did. Thanks very much, Lillian, for giving us a suggestion for our next series of Great Escape. So there you go. Lillian has said that. Now we will make it. Why don't you send in something you'd like us to do? History-wise, obviously. I don't know if Uncle Bilbo still does that. Kissograms. Thanks, everyone, for letting me do me Welsh episodes. It's interesting, isn't it? And not very well known. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. We'll be back again for some more silly history here on the Silly History Boys Show. Thank you very much. See you later. Bye. Bye.
Right then, here we go. Take two. Yes. Oh, I say kiss. There's only one. I need someone to delete lines. Just getting the manic energy going, ready for a fine performance for the second time. Right, there we go. Got that out of my system. I'll probably stop crying. Not like immediately, but soon.